All right, welcome. Thank you guys for joining me. This is our first episode of Candid COVID Nights, where we have candid COVID conversations and things. As you can see, I switched up locations. We are now in my lovely bedroom. I took all the pillows and things off, so that way there were no distractions in the background. So using this, because it's a little bit better lighting in here and allows me to back up, since now I'm using the DSLR to actually record this instead of the phone. So you may notice that it's not as ashy. I bought a microphone, so hopefully the audio and everything being in this big room, there's no echo and everything can go as smoothly and we can get this uploaded so we can move on to the next damn topics. But anyway, just wanted to come on here. Like I said, when I did the introduction, this part is just going to be us talking about things that we've learned, things that have happened during this whole, pandemic situation, especially from the eyes and views of an essential worker. If you missed my introduction, as I said, I have two jobs that were deemed essential very early in the pandemic, once businesses started closing up and adjusting how they operate with the pandemic. So I work for Micro Center, I work in a call center, so we deal with calls from I haven't received my refund yet, or my computer's not working, and everything in between. And I also work as a loader for UPS. So both of those jobs were deemed essential pretty early. And just, moving and navigating through this world with the pandemic has really, really changed for all of us. So tonight we're going to start off with a fun topic. We are going to start off with the topic of some things that have changed for the better. And this definitely isn't to downplay, the serious effects of the pandemic that it has had in the world, with all the deaths, the sicknesses and things, even the side effects of the pandemic that weren't necessarily related to health, but different incomes. A lot of people were laid off because of what happened. They lost their job, they lost their sources of income. Now, I was just reading a news article before I started this. There's the fear of mass evictions, especially in minority communities, so it definitely has had some serious effects and side effects, effects and effects on our society. But like I said, tonight I wanted to dive into a fun topic of some things, or not fun, but more lighthearted, of things that have changed for the better. One of the things, that I'm grateful for this whole pandemic situation has kicked off is social distancing. I know that, it has serious implications, people not being able to hang out with friends, and especially for people who are extroverts, who are used to going out and hanging out with other people. But the main thing that's been really good for me is the social distancing, especially in checkout lines. Listen, I don't know who told these people that they had to be 4 inches away from my gluteus minimus while I'm in the checkout line or at the order line in Chipotle. But I'm so glad that now everybody has to be 6 feet away from each other, because, at one point people were close enough to smell my thoughts and prayers. Like, you were just a little bit too close for me, but now that we are able to spread out, I don't have to worry about that no more. So I'm very happy about that. Back the fuck up. Another thing, a lot of you nasty heifers, y'all now have to wash your hands. The COVID got y'all out here panicking and scared, and now you wash your hands every time you use the restroom. So thank you. Thank you, COVID-19. I know a lot of y'all weren't doing that before, but you're doing it now. It doesn't matter how you arrived, you've arrived, and I definitely do appreciate you for it. Some other good things, jumping off of those topics, people working remotely from home. It's so funny that a lot of the businesses, they came out and they said, oh, we can't do it. We can't do work from home. It's just going to be too much for us. If we allow workers to work from home, we're going to lose money. We're only going to make $80 billion this year instead of $81 billion. And, they gave us these sob stories on how they couldn't get it to work. People were just going to take advantage. Nobody was really going to do the job. The pandemic came through, and we got work from home. It seems to be working out for a lot of people, and I definitely hope that it's something that continues moving forward. And that's another topic that we'll explore. The world moving forward, a lot of people have expressed that, whether it be health experts and just regular, citizens, that nothing's going to return to normal after all of this. And so we're going to be talking about, well, what does the new normal look like? And do we want it to return to, you know, pre-March or so of 2020? Do we want to go back to that time? A lot has changed, and some things for the better. So one of those things is working from home. So definitely shout out to all those essential workers who got to work from home, who got to experience remote working, and who are enjoying it and still held down, you know, did the damn thing while they were working from home. So we definitely appreciate you. You made the business case for businesses to be able to do it and to keep it. So what else? What else has been going on that's been positive with COVID-19? Different things have adapted. I know a lot of people, when all of this kicked off, some people even became entrepreneurs. Some people, you know, lost their source of income, as I said earlier in the video, and they went into business for themselves. And the people who were already in business for themselves had to adapt their businesses, depending on what they were, to be able to accommodate, you know, this whole pandemic situation, COVID-19. And so they actually got to grow their business. Sorry, I don't know where that came from, child. They actually got to grow their business. So that's another positive thing. We have first-time entrepreneurs out there who are really thriving, especially with like the face masks. A lot of people, you know, took their talents with sewing and things, and they were able to make face masks for people, for different businesses. 3D printing, some people even, you know, went into the 3D printing business and 3D printed the face shields for the healthcare workers and everything. And for essential employees such as myself, healthcare workers, I know I saw a number of people in UPS rocking the actual face shields while they were loading. Because it's really hard to wear a face mask, the mask that goes over your nose and mouth when you're loading, because you're moving so much. So they would wear like the actual face shield. So yeah, a lot of people went and did that and sold those on the side and came up with a side hustle. So it definitely sparked a lot of creativity and ingenuity. And I don't think we should turn a blind eye to that. That's something, you know, positive that came out of all of this. What else happened? Let's see. We got that. We got ingenuity happen. People came together during this time. I know there were a lot of people who were looking out for the elderly in their community, who couldn't go out because they were immune compromised because of age, and just immune compromised in general, because not everybody who was elderly was immune compromised. As a matter of fact, my mom, shout out to her, she is immune compromised. She had heart surgery, and she has a condition to where she can't, you know, go out and be in the general public like that. If she gets sick, you know, it'll pretty much take her up out of here. So I know in a lot of different communities, people came together to look out for those individuals who couldn't go out and get their groceries and get essentials that they need to survive and move on with day-to-day life. So it actually did bring people together in a sense. And I know it doesn't get a lot of airplay, or it didn't get a lot of airplay on like the media and things, but it's something that if you were really paying attention for it, you got to see. So that was really cool. Let's see, what else? What else are some cool things that happened during COVID-19? I guess going back to like how businesses adapted to the whole pandemic, you know, we saw different businesses offer different services. Like some food places, they began delivery for the first time ever in their history of existing. They were able to deliver food to customers, so that's pretty positive. That's pretty cool. And I know these things may sound superficial, like a food delivery, bitch, like you can just hop in the car, but when you're told you can't just hop in your car, they added up to make life that much easier. You know, I know entrepreneurship is like, well, entrepreneurship has been there, but it was, a lot of entrepreneurs started because of the fact that they lost their main source of income and they had to come up with a side hustle. They had to scramble to do something. So they had to get their creative juices flowing. You know, they had to tap into their talents, what they're good at, and come up with something that they could bring to market relatively quickly, because like I said, bills are still due during that time where you're trying to come up with your business case and who's your market, who's your demographic, and do that really quickly and then churn out a product and then, you know, stay afloat with that. So even though it sounds superficial, it added up and it got to be really, really cool. and work out to be really positive. So one of the things, I guess, moving forward, I would like to see that continue with the ingenuity, people using their creativity and their talents to, you know, be able to go into business for themselves if they so choose. Not everybody wants to go in business for themselves. It's hard. You got to have a lot of discipline. You got to, you know, really be dedicated to it. And some people would just rather not do that. They would rather just go in, you know, and earn a paycheck. I'm in that same boat. I don't know if I could go into business for myself. I don't know if I have enough of the talents that's required, enough of the discipline that's required to really do it. So I'll just keep working for somebody until God says otherwise, I guess. So I definitely do understand that. But yeah, so tonight I just wanted to keep it light and just come on here and talk about some candid conversation, as I said I would. And I think I'll be doing this every night until I'm on vacation, so we'll be doing it for a week. So next Saturday will be the final Candid COVID conversations, or Candid COVID nights, that I'll post up. So I know this one is probably short. Let's see how much time we got. We're doing alright, so this isn't too long. Depending on the topics that we go over as this goes on, you know, the videos will be longer, shorter, whatever, what have you. But I like this. This is pretty cool. Earlier I uploaded the video of the activity. It was called Do Less. So, you know, just to hit on that a little bit, you know, if you are one of the people who don't like to take leave because you feel like, oh, what am I going to do? I'm just going to sit at home and do nothing. Yes, sit at home. Do nothing. Be bored. Sleep. Read. Go back to sleep. You know, definitely make sure you're taking that time out for you, and to get yourself back into a mindset of, you know, being able to go to work and to face outside, you know, everything that's outside of your home. Your home should be set up so that you can retreat to it, and get yourself better, get yourself into, you know, a better space. Like I said, I do know that with COVID and everything, we had to adjust pretty much like on the fly at the spur of the moment to accommodate businesses changing their schedules, their shipments, their inventory, whatever it is that you do. If you're an essential worker who is a healthcare worker, of course you had to change your schedule as well, to deal with the longer periods of time when you're on your feet and you're caring for patients and things. So retreating home to get yourself right, doing activities that you think are fun and bring you happiness, that's definitely something that you take time out to do. And if doing nothing is on that menu, then do it, because it certainly was for me. I didn't do a damn thing, and I'm very proud of it. But tomorrow we will have an activity that I'm going to share with you guys. That'll be uploaded hopefully before noon. I try to get them up before noon. Sometimes YouTube gives me an error, or the video looks kind of ashy, and I go back and record it. Like I said, don't expect Nordstrom quality. This is just me off the cuff. As you can see, I came in here and filmed in an empty bedroom because the lighting was just better, and because I'm recording with my DSLR, I didn't have the space out of my computer desk, which is what I did the introduction video on my computer desk with my phone. So a bitch upgraded a little bit, got a microphone, and is recording with her DSLR, but it's still a little raggedy. So we're going to improve her and refine her a little bit as we go on. But thank you guys so much for joining me this evening. I'm going to get this one up hopefully before midnight so you guys can watch it and it won't be too late. I'm going to get off of here because I'm going to go back to doing absolutely nothing. I'm going to watch a little bit of TV and catch up on my shows. Another topic that'll be an activity, one that'll be uploaded before noon, so stay tuned for that. Love you guys. Stay safe. As I said in my earlier video, make sure you are doing all the procedures that you are supposed to be doing. Stay healthy. Stay mentally prepared. Get mentally prepared if you need to. And we will see you tomorrow before noon. Take care.